Glistening in the Snow is a 2024 film written and directed by Evin Gibson. We have a cast including Tiffany C, Ivy, Jahmai Jones, June Buckner. The cast is good, the performances are fine. The narrative is very, very, very slow. Nothing happens for the bulk of the film, and the only reason I could watch it is because of the character of Addie. Now, she's not a nice character. She's a very nasty person. She complains about everything. But I just found her to be so compelling because I thought she was a very well-written nasty character with a really solid performance. But the rest of it was mediocre at best. And I'll talk about the narrative in a moment. In terms of other aspects, the camera work was fine. The music was not great at times. Sometimes it was a little too loud and kind of drowned out the dialogue, but for the most part, it was okay. And with regards to the Christmas aspect, we have a couple of Christmas carols, and that's basically it. There are a few decorations here and there, but in general, this could be set at any time of the year. It didn't really feel like a Christmas film. So, in my opinion, it doesn't have a lot to offer, and I don't recommend it, but it is, I guess, watchable, but not necessarily enjoyable. Basically, it's about a club where things are not going as well as they should, and the club owners come together to try and work out what they're doing with the club, and we have a lot of personalities clashing, and that's ostensibly it. There's not really much else going on there, and most of the characters are, in fact, all of the characters are very boring, apart from Addie. But to be fair, Addie does carry it. I think her personality was so strong, and I feel like she stole every scene, and I actually enjoyed watching that character. And apart from a couple of performances of Silent Night, for example, they were really pleasant to listen to. The vocal performances were really strong, but other than that, there wasn't anything about this that I enjoyed. It's a very slow narrative that absolutely was relying less on a well-written story and more on the interactions with the characters. But as I said, unfortunately, pretty much all of the characters, apart from Addie, were very boring. None of the performances were bad, absolutely not at all. The characters are just not interesting to watch. They're not the most interestingly written characters, but Addie definitely made up for that. I will admit that the character definitely carried everything. So unfortunately, I don't recommend it. I don't think it has a lot to offer. It's not a decent narrative. It's not badly written in the sense that I don't believe the characters' motivations, or I don't believe the setting, or I don't believe that we get from A to B the way we did. It's not bad, necessarily. It's just not good. So Glistening in the Snow is not one that I recommend. If there is a reason why you want to watch this, maybe you're a fan of somebody who's in it, then it is watchable. It is watchable, but I'd say only just. Not a great narrative, and the characters aren't interesting enough to carry the story, with the exception of Addie. Decent performances, really good vocal performances. Some of the music was very nice. We have a tiny bit of Christmas, but other than that, there's not a lot I can say about Glistening in the Snow. I don't think it's a very good film.